Hi everyone, welcome. This is Peter's English podcast, and this is Peter's Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Yes, of course. Here I am again after 1 week of doing nothing because the last Peter it wasn't the last because these 5 days I worked in the afternoon. I didn't have any time, but here I am again, and welcome, people. This is my Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Let's start with the official slogan: Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Peter. I'm owner. Wait a minute. I'm the owner of my own Peter's English podcast, and this is my 1 hour ramble episode. I want to survive 1 hour in English. I want to speak, and talk. 1 hour without any kind of preparation, and I can see the light is okay. I'm online. Everything is okay. We can start. Okay, people. Hi, everyone. This is my 1 hour ramble episode, as I repeated so many times. And I'm Peter, your host, and we can officially start. Hi, everyone. Okay, here we are, and here I am. And what I'm thinking that I want to survive because the main thing of this Peter's Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode is to practically survive 1 hour in English without any kind of preparation. And there are not a lot of people who can do this. I don't know, maybe there are, but for me, it's always a very funny moment. I like to do this because it's the best thing how to practice my speaking skills in English, because my Peter's English podcast is about practicing my speaking skills in English. And okay, Peter, you have forgotten. Just Peter, calm down, calm down. Don't care about this. It's everything is okay. How to start? I can start about about this week. Yes, I did it. I already told you that these 5 days I worked in the afternoon. I didn't have time for you because I work in the afternoon. But on Saturday, uh, on Saturday during Saturday, I worked. I was I visited. I buy something in the grocery store. I I worked in the garden. We planted cucumbers because it's beautiful summer May weekend. Yesterday it was beautiful. Today is beautiful too on Sunday, and I decided to plant cucumbers, and we did it. And in the afternoon, I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 11 of season 3 of my novel, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. And yes, people, the last story about Vera was very funny as usual, because what is it about? I didn't prepare because I don't remember very good what it was about. And wait a minute, what it was about all? Yes, of course, Peter, you have to remember. Vera presented her business plan that's called the Dark Organization. Yes, people, Vera decided that the Dark Organization is an company that has to make profit. And 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 she and, and, and she fought, and she created this kind of company. And her dark organization has this kind of business. The first thing is that she decided to create an agency for lonely people, and the main workers are her vampire ladies that can that are that can work as the companion for lonely people, because, as you know, there are a lot of people in the world that are lonely. And I thought during the creation of this chapter 11 that this kind of business is very real, is very realistic, and I added it to my to the business of this dark organization. And the second kind of business is the werewolf as SBS for every kind of people or companies. And the third kind of business is this is that Vera wanted to buy her castle in Slovakia, and she wanted to change it the into the vampire into the vampire amusement park for everyone, because these kind of parks are can earn a lot of money. And I decided to add this into this dark organization. And Vera had a very good idea how to do a great marketing for her dark organization. She decided to create the Dark Organization podcast. Yes, I was inspired by my own podcast, and she decided to create the Dark Organization podcast that it's about her life and about the Dark Organization. It's the kind of reality show podcast. And and the richest UK vampire family, her allies, hired a professional photographer for her social media. And yes, people, this is the plan of the dark organization. And Vera was very nervous when she was presenting her plan, because it's normal to be nervous. And she presented her plan to her allies, to the most richest vampire family in the UK. And she was nervous because, yes, this vampire family is her allies, is her ally. Uh, uh, but she had to show a very good business plan, because this because, as you know, every kind of business is about making profit. And it was very important to her, because she wanted to help every kind of supernatural beings in the world. And she prepared herself, but she was very nervous. She was crying uh, during the during her presentation. She felt she was feeling a big humiliation, because the male kind of the vampire family was staring at her. And she was more nervous. But she stole the attention of the male part of the family. And she activated the maternity of the most important female part of the family, because Lady Serafina is the brain of the whole family. She cares about the money of the whole family. And after the whole presentation, Vera was successful, and she earned money for her startup that is called the Dark Organization Company. And she did it. And I was inspired by the uh, by the how can I tell you? Yes. And I was inspired by the British UK reality show Dragon's Den. And this kind of reality show was presented by Luke Thompson in his Luke's English podcast, and I was inspired by it, and I created my own story about it. And it now it's the part of my novel, Vera the Vampire Calderi, because Vera wanted to create a dark organization. And I was thinking, it's a state, it's a kingdom. What is this? It's a monarchy. And no. Vera is not a dictator. Vera is not a queen. She is the goddess of the dark organization. And I was thinking, Peter, what is it? What is it, the dark organization? And I had an idea this week, because I was thinking about it the whole week. And I created and I had an idea, and I created that the dark organization is a company that has to have that has to make a profit, and this kind of profit is simply perfect. And the idea about the dark organization podcast I created only only yesterday while I was writing, and it was a very good idea. And yes, of course, chapter 11 has a lot of funny dialogues with the very very serious parts where Vera was crying, she was nervous, and because and I created her in this way because I was thinking that Peter Vera has to look realistic as the vampire, because I created her like a very strong, dominated female vampire. We found and only kind and we found any kind of feelings, but I decided that she has to have that she has to be like humans, and I added to the story, and I did it. I wrote it, stream it, read it, and play it during my yesterday's live stream, and I did it. And yes, of course, I decided that chapter 12 of season 3 of my novel, I want to write the next Saturday, and I have a clear plan. I created a clear idea, and I want to continue with the funny situation with her new photographer. I want to introduce her feelings during and her the and her new the Dark Organization podcast, and of course I wanted to make a fun of the Dark Organization elections, because yes, I have to explain you that the 51% of the votes and of the company has Viera, and 20% has her ally, the most richest UK vampire family. They are called Blackthorn, the Blackthorn family, and the 30% are owns the every supernatural being in the UK or in the world, and I did it. And in the next chapter 12, I want to continue with the third part of the story. It's about the funny elections, and I want to make fun of these corporate elections of her dark organization. It will be all funny, and I created very good chapter, I think, and I want to continue because it's my hobby, as you know. Okay, I think that's great, and now I'm doing the Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode, and I want to continue the next week. As I told you, you have the clear plan for Saturday, because I want to continue with chapter 12 of season 3 of my novel, Where the Vampire Diary, as I said 1 minute before ago. And during these 5 work days, not Peter, not 5, you mean 4. Yes, during these four work days of the week B, I want to continue with the most popular kind of episodes that are called Learn English with Peter, and is the most, and I discovered people that it's the most popular kind of the episodes of Peter's English podcast, because people like learn English with the study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot, and people like the funny stories generated by Microsoft Copilot, and they are so funny that people like it in general. And I think the main reason is the title and the content of this Learn English with Peter, because they are really about learning interesting English grammar with the humor and fun of the study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot, and people can laugh thanks for I generated stories inspired by my novel, We Are the Vampire Girl Diary. I'm very happy that people like this kind of episodes, and yes, I want to stream it and record it 4 episodes the next 4 work days, and on Friday it's of course the publication day of Peter's English podcast, where I want to uh, 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 when I want to publish all 8 recordings as my official episodes of my podcast that I created for the last 14 days as usual. And then I want to continue with the podcast day. As I told you before, I want to continue with the chapter 12, and on Sunday it's my typical Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Okay, people, now you know the plan. And let's continue with the statistics. Yes, people. I'm so happy that you like my podcast. My statistics of Peter's English podcast are growing the whole time. And I'm so happy. I can start with the I can continue with the total statistics of my Peter's English podcast of my Spotify for creators account. Spotify, as you know, Spotify for creators is the free uh, audio and video podcast uh, hosting website of Spotify, and it's free, and it's my favorite because it's hosting service because it's free. Oh, Peter, don't destroy something, but everything works. You can continue, and I want to continue with this Spotify for creators because it's free. But let's return to my statistics. And yes, people, the statistics of Peter's English podcast are increasing the whole time, every day, and I'm so happy. And now I have the total statistics of Peter's English podcast are I have 3,452 total streams or downloads everywhere except YouTube. Yay! Thank you, guys. I'm so happy. Thank you very much. And I want to continue with the Spotify, where the majority of my audience are women in my age. Thank you, girls. And yes, of course, men too, but the majority are women in my age from Slovakia. Thank you, girls and guys too. And okay, and I have, I think, more than 500 total streams or downloads only on Spotify. And what else? Yes, I told you that the majority of my Spotify total views are women in my age from Slovakia. Okay, and now we can continue with my YouTube channel. Yes, people, I have my YouTube channel, and I thought it's not very successful, but this week I discovered the total statistics of my YouTube channel, and I have now, people, sit somewhere because my numbers are great. The YouTube reels of my YouTube channel have 6,800 views. Perfect! Yay! Thank you, guys. And my long podcast, my long videos, it means my audio with video podcast, and plus my RSS feed audio uh, long videos from my Spotify for creators RSS feed have 4,000 views. Oh, thank you, girls and boys. And my live streams on YouTube have 611 total views. It means the total statistics of my YouTube channel are 11,400 views. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I'm so proud of myself that I have this perfect statistics. For beginner like me, it's an honor to have this kind of statistics. Thank you very much. And I'm very happy that my statistics that the numbers are increasing of my podcast the whole time. I'm so happy, and please continue. You can follow me everywhere. You can listen to me on everywhere, in every good or bad podcast app. You can watch me on Spotify and on YouTube. And my podcast it's called Peter's English Podcast. And that's not everything, because my podcast has 3 kind of episodes. The first is Learn English with Peter. Is the peep. I mean picture in picture mode episode that are about chatting with the Microsoft with AI chatbots like Microsoft Copilot, Gemini, or other ones. The second type is picture in picture Vera's universe stories. I mean, it's the stories from my novel Where the Vampire Go Diary, and the third part of episodes are Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. And as you know, I always have a little plan for my future, and I want to I don't have clear plan. I simply dreaming. I don't know. It's a dream, but I want to create the fourth kind of episodes. It's called Peter's Talk Show. That it's the kind of episodes where I want to chat with my guests, and I want to create in my house the podcast studio where I want to in my living room of the ground floor of my first floor. I have a place for it where I want to talk with my guests, and I can use my stuff. I don't need to buy something for it, because I think my condenser mic, Logitech Blue Yeti, is enough, because I can use his omnidirectional mode that can record everything. Yes, people, some professionals or other podcasters can say, Peter, but why don't you want to buy another dynamic mics with the audio machine, and why don't you want to buy dynamic mics with accelerometer connection, and with the boom arms? But because why? Because I don't have so much money, and the most important thing is that I don't have any kind of guests, and I think my condenser mic Blue Yeti is enough for everyone, and I can simply put it in the front of between my guests and Bob's your uncle, and use one simple audio line with the video live stream, because I want to live stream. I want to do live streams on my YouTube channel with my guests, and why not? I don't need. Yes. Some people can say, but Peter, you can have this radio voice with this kind of or with this kind of dynamic microphones. Yes, I can have, but it costs money, and I had to learn how to work with this audio machine that I have to connect to my dynamic mics with the accelerometer connection, because Microsoft Copilot explained me, Peter, if you want to use a dynamic mic, you have to buy each guest needs its own dynamic mic, and you cannot use USB plug and play dynamic mic. You need a dynamic mic with accelerometer connection connected to the audio machine that has to be connected to your laptop. And yes, and if I want to do this kind of episode with my guests, it can cost a lot of money, and I think that one cheap Blue Yeti condenser mic it's enough. It's enough, because I don't have a lot of guests. I did not have any kind of guests. It's only my thinking about the future of my Peter's English podcast. Okay, I've been Peter. You have been talking for 23 minutes, and I'm so happy that I can talk and talk and talk without any kind of preparation. And now, what's the next? Yes, I was talking about the statistics of Peter's English podcast, about my plans, about yes, I remember. I remembered Heureka. I remembered Heureka is not an English word; is a Slovak word. But okay, let's continue, Peter. Okay, what I wanted to tell you, I wanted to continue with this live stream, because I want to stream for 1 hour without any kind of preparation. You cannot see anything else. I simply clean my room. You can only see my bed and Bob's your uncle, and that's great. Okay, yes, I was talking about the kind of Peter's English podcast episodes, and yes, of course, you can read my novel, We Are the Vampire Diary, that you can find on my website. It's called petersenglishpodcast.com, and you can find it in my link tree. You know what it's link tree? Link tree is a link hub that it's the part of my bio of my social media, and you can simply visit my link tree, and you can click and visit my website petersenglishpodcast.com, or you can read my novel on as the part of my Wattpad account, where are other kind mm, of ebooks. And okay, and you can read and have fun because my novel Where the Vampire Girl Diary, it's funny. And yes, and now I can continue with the new topic. That it's called the top 10 episodes of Peter's English podcast from in every podcast app except YouTube. And the most popular are, you can uh, you can think you can think about it, but I want to tell you that are more episodes learn English with Peter. And it means the most popular episodes are the episodes where is Microsoft Copilot my co-host. Yes, of course, Microsoft Copilot is funny, and you can learn English with it because this kind of episodes are about learning English with the study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot, and people like learning English. People like this kind of episodes, and this is the main reason why my podcast is growing the whole time. I have more and more views because people like learning English. Yay! I'm so happy. Yes, I'm so happy about it, and yes, but you can discover Vera's universe. You can watch and listen to storytelling episodes created by myself. You can discover Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. You can have fun with it, and oh, my neck is hurting. Oh, Peter oh, simply sit down. Use a Peter, simply sit down and continue with your live stream. And now I can continue, I think. Oh, it hurts a little, my neck. Yes, I've been streaming for 27 minutes and I still have to find the best position for sitting. But I think that now it's everything okay and I can continue. Okay, I've been streaming for 27 minutes. Yay, perfect. And how to continue? I don't want to end this live stream because the main idea is to speak and talk and talk and talk how like idiot for 1 hour without any kind of preparation. And yes, people, I'm not an idiot, of course, because if you want to practice your speaking skills in English, what do you have to do? You have to practice, and practice your speaking skills in English. And I think that doing my Peter's English podcast is the best option how to practice my English skills, my speaking skills in English. And it still is a very good idea. And because thanks to my Ramble episodes, I can talk about every kind of topic that I want to talk, and I can improve my English because I can use my passive English vocabulary and change it into my active English vocabulary. And this is the best kind of episode. This is the best kind of English speaking practice because because I'm simply doing something interesting for me. It is not a boring talking and repeating nonsense. No, it's not something boring. This is very interesting because yes, I'm nervous during this live stream, and the second thing is I have to talk and talk without any kind of preparation, and it's not very easy to talk and talk without any kind of preparation. And okay, what I want to continue. I stopped, and I don't want to stop. Stop. Peter simply continue. Okay, I can talk. What can I talk? I can repeat again. How to learn English? How I'm learning English. If you want to, how to start? How to start learning English? You have to start with listening. Listening is the most important thing of learning English because you have to listen to natural English how it's spoken, and you can simply use my favorite English podcasts that are for learners of English like me or you, and you can find them into my link tree again. And I'm listening free English learning podcasts. The first is Luke's English podcast. Yay, the most popular one. I like it. I'm a Labster. And Luke's English podcast is a British English podcast. You can learn natural British English, how it's spoken. The host is Luke Thompson. He's an English teacher and stand-up comedian from London. And his Luke's English podcast is a very good English podcast because Luke is very funny, interesting. You can learn a lot from him, and you can listen to natural British English how it's spoken, as I said before. And Luke is very funny, and his podcast is full of Luke's humor and fun. And every episode has at least 1 hour. And yes, Luke created LEP Premium, and it's about serious Luke's teaching. And you can support Luke with using Luke with LEP, because I'm using LEP, and I wanted to create this free ad because it's a free ad. It's I because I think it's very important to inform you about Luke's English podcast, because it's a very interesting English podcast for everyone in the world. And the second is All Ears English podcast. Yeah, it's about American English, how it's spoken with the girls from All Ears English. They are called Lindsay, Michelle, and the third one, I don't. I'm sorry, girls from All Is English. I simply forgot your name, but your podcast is great. And the third one is we speak English podcast now with Georgiana, and how I'm learning English with practicing my speaking skills. I simply downloaded my favorite podcast app of my choice. That's Pocket Cast in my choice, and and I download episodes of my favorite English podcast into my podcast app, Pocket Cast. But you can use another kind of podcast app. There are a lot of podcast apps. You can simply choose your favorite one. I use Pocket Cast, and you don't need to listen to whole episode in one. No, you can simply relax with your favorite English podcast. You can do something while are you listening your favorite English podcast. You can cook, work in the garden. You can go outside and walk and walk and walk, and you can catch every kind of movement and every kind of homemade work while are you listening your favorite English podcast. And you can simply, if you don't have time, you can press stop button, and you can continue another time when you have time. It's the best time how to improve your listening skills and how to have fun during the boring homeworks. And I do it the whole time, because I've been listening my favorite English podcast for 3 years now. Yes, people, as you can see, I did a big upgrade. I improved my I simply improved my listening skills, and I do it the whole time. Yes, people, and I can explain you that I finished the free LEP archive in on April, and I decided to start again from episode 1, and I want to do it and I want to listen to it in order, LP free episode from episode 1 until the end, and I want to repeat it again and again and again. And I added LP Premium into my listening practice because it's useful for me. And I can tell you that that the week A it's about listening LP Premium, and the week B is about listening LP Free archive. And it's a good idea to do because I can improve my English, and I did it, as you can see, and you can do it too. Yes, of course, you can choose another learning English podcast. But I think that my favorite English podcasts are good for everyone because they are funny, interesting, and the most important thing is my favorite English podcasts are about natural English, how it's spoken. And yes, people, I started to listen to audiobooks, and this time I listen to and read Harry Potter full cast audiobook. And it's very interesting because there are a lot of vectors, and I think that you can improve your reading skills thanks for listening and reading audiobooks and ebooks in the same time as I did, as I'm as I do. And you can use it too. And you can, because imagine people that when you are listening to your favorite English audiobooks while you are reading it in the same time, you can improve your reading skills. And yes, people, I like watching movies and series in English too, but decided that the best idea for me is watching uh, comedies. I mean sitcoms in English, because sitcoms in English is contains natural English, how it's spoken, and they are funny and they are short. And yes, I'm doing my Peter's English podcast because I decided that my Peter's English podcast is about practicing my speaking skills in English. But the first main goal was that my Peter's English podcast was about publishing my stories, because you have to practice your writing skills too, and how to do it. People simply create your own novel like me, create your own universe, create your own word in English that you can publish as your own English novel on your podcast. It doesn't need something long. It can be short. The main idea is simply practice your writing skills, and you can simply create your own novel like me and publish in your podcast. And yes, people, imagine that 4 years ago, I didn't have any idea how to learn English, and thanks for Slovak and Czech learning English platforms like Výuka.I, online.CZ, and jazykové mentory.sk, I discovered, thanks to their free videos, how to learn English in the real way. And I started it because I've been learning English since August 2022 until now. I've been learning English for 4 years now, and you can see the difference. And yes, people, I have to tell you that my motivation was big. I simply imagined, what can I do thanks to learning English? I can simply travel around the world, because English is a worldwide language. I can enjoy a big world of English content. And imagine, people, you can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to a big world of English podcasts. You can listen to a big world of English audiobooks. You can create your own podcast. You can create your own uh, novel like me, and everyone can do this. It doesn't mean that right now you are feeling, oh, Peter, but you are a fanatic, but I only started to learn English. Or you can ask me, Peter, why are you doing this? You don't need English. But I had the same feelings like you. I didn't have any idea how to learn English before August 2022, and I discovered it in during the August 2023, when I found learning English platforms like Výuka online or jazykový mentoring.sk. And people, imagine what you can do with learning English. And yes, of course, you can meet new people thanks to learning English, because you can travel around the world. And imagine, people, next thing, that thanks to learning English, you can have better paid jobs, because let's be honest, the main business language is English. And I think it's a good idea to do it. And I imagined this, and I started to do this, and I've been learning English since August 2022 until now. I had a strong motivation. And what I did what I did the first year, I mean, since August 2022 until August 2023, I simply learned English grammar, because I thought I have to learn English grammar. I remember, it's a funny story now, that I bought English grammar books, and I finished it because English grammar was interesting for me, and it's still interesting for me. And I simply learned English grammar the whole time. But then I discovered that no, you have to learn and practice everything, because everything is about practice, practice, practice. And I did it, and I've been learning English in the right way since August 2023 until now. And I started to watch movies and series in English. I started to listen to my favorite English podcast, and I created this podcast in June 20. Uh, uh, in 24th of June 2024. Yes, people, in June is the second birthday of my Peter's English podcast. Yes, I've been doing this podcast for 2 years. Yes, you can tell Peter, you are simply playing. Yes, I'm playing, but this is the main thing. Thanks to playing on a big podcaster like my hero Luke Thompson from Luke's English podcast, I can improve my English. I can speak and speak and speak and speak about every kind of nonsense that I can improvise, because learning English and speaking practice is about improvising. Do you think that the learned English phrases are enough during the real life in English speaking countries? English to communication and English chat with native speakers or someone else with the world is about improvising. The whole conversation is about improvising. And thanks to your own English podcast, you can learn how to improvise during your own live streams, during your own Ramble episodes like me. Okay, I've been streaming for 41 minutes. Yeah, only I want to stream for the next 20 minutes and Bob your uncle. Yes, the main goal is to stream for 1 hour. And it's great that I can do this without any kind of problems. But uh, yes, Peter, just continue. Okay, and yes, I remember that I start to learn with Duolingo. Yes, I always talk about this, but these people are only my experience with Duolingo, because I used to use it for a very long time, and now I realized that it's not a very good idea, because it's really true that Duolingo is only about American English, and you cannot practice your writing skills, your speaking skills, your listening skills in because you have to do this every kind of skill individual. You cannot improve your English, because let's be honest. Okay, the stories on Duolingo can be interesting, because they are interesting, but that's all. You have to start learning English by yourself with real English podcasts, with real audiobooks, and you have to start speaking English. You cannot speak English without speaking English. Let's be honest. And yes, people, you have to think in English. I always think in English the whole time, because it's the best idea. How to practice your listening, your speaking skills in English, because and because. But it's true. Thinking English can really help you. Oh, okay. Now, Peter, you are feeling right now like the monk in the church during the Sunday, and during the Sunday speech. But yes, of course, it's like that. I like to make fun of me, that I'm like the monk in during his speech during the Sunday in the church. But it's like this. But okay. But thanks to my uh, uh, radio sound voice, I'm feeling like a radio presenter too, and that's great. I'm feeling like the monk during his speech in the church during Sunday, and I'm feeling like a radio presenter at the same time. But okay, that's great. And yes, of course, people, I have to repeat myself again and again and again. But if you hate my content, if you hate me, if you like to make fun of me, okay, you can make fun of me, but don't tell me about it, because I don't care about you. You cannot stop me learning English. You cannot stop me. You cannot order me what should I do in my life. It's my thing, people. It and my people. My life. It's about myself. It's about my decisions, and you cannot do anything with it. My learning English is very important for me. It's my lifestyle, and I like to do it. And you cannot stop me. If you try to stop me, I want to fight for my learning English lifestyle. And if you want to spend time with me, I have to warn you that I want to connect with people who like learning English like me. And imagine, okay, you don't need to have your own English podcast or write your novel, but you can start like me. And yes, you don't need a lot of time for it. Imagine that I started from the point 02 like you, and learning English is fun. And I want to connect with people like me who can discover that learning English is fun, or they have their own English podcast, and they have their own novel like me, and we can and we can connect with each other, and we can and we can do our live streams together for our podcast. And I want to and the second main goal of my Peter English podcast is to show you that learning English can be funny, and everyone can do its own English podcast. Everyone can write a novel like me, because I started from the point 02 like you, and you can do this too. Okay, I'll be streaming for 46 minutes. Okay, how to continue? That I'm simply very happy that my numbers of Peter's English podcasts are growing the whole time. And what else? I want to continue with talking and talking and talking, and I want to talk and talk and talk, not until my end of my life, because it's not possible. Yes, I want to talk until the end of my life. Yes, it's true, but not in this live stream. I want to end this live stream until 1 hour. Yes, as usual. And I simply, yes, hope that you like my content, but it's not about this. I created this podcast because it's funny, it's my hobby, and I like to do this. And the main goal is and the main thing is, the main message is, you cannot stop me. It's my hobby. And it's the message for everyone. It's for my family, it's for my friends, I don't have any friends, I don't have. And simply, it's for everyone who thinks that it can give me orders. And I simply don't care about your opinions. In general, it's my thing, it's my business, and you can do nothing. Okay, but if there are people who like my content, thank you very much for following me, uh, for watching me, because I had to tell you that I have a very great listening hours on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I have 145 listening hours on my YouTube channel. That's great. And only in Spotify I have more than 17 hours of listening hours, total listening hours, and that's great. That means that people really like my podcast. They are really listening me, and that's great. But you can write your comments. But please, people, don't write uh, stupid comments in Slovak or in Czech or in English. Don't write don't write something stupid, and because I can simply delete you and block you forever. And what else? I don't want to chat with the whole day. We fun doing my podcast. We fun learning English because it's boring. I did it. I used to do this in my life for a lot of years until having something from it. And thanks to my lifestyle, thanks to learning English, I improved my life, and I can improve my life. And I found a very good lifestyle that is great. I found my hobby that I like to do this, and you cannot stop me. And what else? And yes, of course, I can talk. I can talk uh, about, I don't know, because there are some people who are think that you have to have driver license, or you need to marry someone. Why? If you want to connect with someone, it's not about appearance. It's about, or sympathy. It's about connection, because you like this kind of person. Yes, you like his or her personality. In general, it has to be someone that you can trust. And the most important thing is your health. If you want to invest somewhere, invest into your health and invest into yourself. You don't need to invest into your house or into money. Why? Simply invest into yourself. Do you think that you can be happy with money, but without your health? Without, you can simply invest into yourself. No one can steal your knowledge. No one can steal your English that you can learn, and that you can use it. Money you can earn whenever you want, but if you don't, if you are not healthy, if you cannot eat well, if you cannot sleep well, if you if you do something that is in only about earning money and the whole time, and because you think that that's all, that the whole life is about learning it's about earning money. No, it's not. You have to have your free time. Your body needs a free time, and it is important. And how to spend your free time? Learn English. It's funny. Thanks to it, thanks to learning English, you can connect with everyone. Learning English doesn't mean that you have to be alone. No, you can connect with everyone in the world, and that's great. Okay, I'm feeling like the monk again, but okay, who cares? Oh, I've been streaming for 50 minutes now. I want to stream for the last 10 minutes, and my rambles are 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 uh, are always uh, serious, but who cares? Okay, now I want to talk about my stuff. Yes, I mean the podcast stuff, and I'm happy with my new dynamic microphone Shure MV6. It's great. My boom arm is great. Everything works, and my stable room is perfect. It's the best thing because in my room is the stable uh, internet connection via LAN cable that I can connect directly to my router, that is connected to my uh, optical internet via electric poles, and it's great. It was a very great idea to do it because I don't want to, because I hate moving everywhere, and my LED light and my studio LED light works perfectly. And yes, I didn't tell you, and yes, I discovered that my that not I discovered, I simply broke one part of my LED light, and it was a simple part that costs only 3 euros. But I discovered that I don't need it. I simply connected my ring LED light to my tripod, and it works perfectly. We found this part that cost 3 euro, and I don't need to return. But I was thinking uh, that I want to buy something more, something better. But I can see that my current my current studio LED light works perfectly. I don't need to buy something. But who knows? Uh, I can do this every time, and I can return uh, my and use the warranty, and the company can give me the new part of this tripod that is connected to my ring LED light, but not this time because I need to use it. I want to use it, and what do you know? What is a live stream? What can be a podcast? We found LED studio LED light. It cannot be good. You you simply have to see me. And yes, people, I can tell you one practical thing. If you are doing your live streams, if you have your podcast, yes, I like to watch my screen recording during my live stream. Why? Because people, for humans, is normal to speak with each other while you are looking into each other, and it's normal. It's something normal because watching it into my webcam is scary. I cannot imagine this, and I'm looking into myself into the laptop the whole time. Uh, I don't look into the webcam as I should, but I think, but who cares? Who created these rules? You don't. I don't need. Peter, you don't need to look into your webcam. Why the whole time? I simply like to look into myself, and that's great. And and what else? You can do this too if you can it can improve and boost your speaking skill during your live stream. And what else? Yes, you have to use free software. You have to use free software for your live streams, and you need good laptop or good computer. I use gaming laptop because gaming laptop was created because gaming laptops were created for power and for very good, and they have a very good cooling, and it was the main thing why I bought uh, very expensive gaming laptop because I don't use it for gaming for playing games. I haven't played games for ages. I use it for doing my live streams. And the best thing is that this gaming laptop, yes, it was expensive, but the cooling is perfect, and it was created for strong performance, and it cannot broke so easily, and that's great. And I can use the its power for my live streams, and why not? And what else? I use my webcam. It's called Logitech Brio, Logitech MX Brio 4K. It's a very good webcam for me, in my opinion. I use it, and I can see that it's really good. And what else? Oh, I've been streaming for 55 minutes. The last I want to stream for last 4 minutes. And Bob your uncle. What else? Okay, people, simply continue listening me, watching me, support me, be following. And if you have some questions or I don't know, yes, I didn't speak today about uh, AI chatbots, but I want to tell you that we found using AI chatbots. I um, I didn't I couldn't start this podcast, and I'm very proud of myself that I use AI chatbots because they are great for learning English. They are great creative partners. I use them for translating my Slovak version of my novel. That it can translate it to Polish spoken English, how it's spoken, and the translation is perfect. And I can learn a lot of new English vocabulary from it during my readings. Performance during my live streams, and it's great. I do this the whole time, and I want to continue. And you can do this too. And people, if you are thinking that AI is simply a bubble that is burning, no, it's not. AI is a very good helper. It's a very good creative partner, but it wasn't created. It wasn't created for replacing humans in general. Don't be so scared. Don't believe everyone, and ask real experts who knows what is it this whole topic about, because there are a lot of nonsense on the internet, because some people think that AI can destroy and kill us. People, this is only science fiction. Don't believe everything, because there are a lot of people who believe everything. You cannot believe this nonsense. Simply use AI chatbots. They can talk with them in English, like with a friend, but it cannot replace the communication with the real friend, of course. Yes, it's true. It cannot replace the contact with a real human. It's normal, but it was created as a creative partner for practicing your English skills. And it's the best idea how to use it, I think. I use a chatbot for a very long time, and you can see it during my live streams about where I'm doing live stream. I mean, learn English with Peter. That AI chatbots are funny. Only thanks to AI chatbots, I created this podcast. I talk with them, and I talk with AI chatbots every day, like with my like with my real friend. And I like to use their search option. Thanks to it, it can search every important or interesting information on the internet in the quick time. Instantly it can search for the important information. And but yes, of course, I don't use them as my for replacing human friends. No, I use it because it can be, because it's a good idea to using. There are funny, interesting, and it's the best idea how to practice your English. It's the learning English of the 21st century, and you can use it too, but it cannot replace real humans, of course. But it cannot improve itself without humans. And if you are scared of giving them your personal information, don't use internet. Why? Because you always uh, add your personal information into internet. You think that no one can read your search information? Don't be stupid. And okay, I've been streaming for 1 hour. I think that's all. But I want to end after 1 hour. Okay, I can simply read my slogan. Here it is. And Bob's your uncle. Okay. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors. Create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Yeah, and it's true. Okay, I simply destroyed my microphone. I don't mean real, but I discovered that if I'm screaming into it, it simply it can protect itself. It's not like the condenser one, but and it's good because it was created for podcasters like me or you, if you are one. And it's not a paid ad; it's a free ad only. But for me, it's good. If you have your own option about everything, okay, keep it for yourself. But don't write me your ideas if you want to tell me that your ideas are better than mine. Oh, it's not. Everyone has its own opinions about everything, and you cannot change them because you're thinking that your ideas are the best ideas, because no, they are not. And okay, I've been streaming for 1 hour 1 minute. I can end this live stream after 1 minute and Bob's your uncle. Okay, people, what to say at the end? Thank you very much for your watching. If is someone here until this time, um, but it's not the main case. It's not the main thing of this podcast. The main thing of this podcast is practicing my speaking skills in English, and I did it. I simply again did it again. I rambled for 1 hour without any kind of preparation. Thank you, people, for your watching. Thank you for your listening skills. Thank you, people, for your watching. Thank you for Peter. Just calm down. It's the end of your live stream. Don't broke it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Follow me everywhere. Read Vera the Vampire Girl Diary and listen to it or watch it. And you can give me positive feedback and and learn English, because learning English is for everyone. It's true. Okay, people, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.